Hello and welcome. I'm John Straley, Senior Partner and Co-Founder at Infinity Wealth Management. Since 1992, I've been working with people just like you to help secure your financial future. I got into financial services quite by accident, but I can remember a time in my life, a period of time that influenced me greatly. And quite frankly, it was the loss of my father. I was 17 years old, and I can remember sitting at the kitchen table with my mother and our financial advisor, and we didn't know a lot of what was going on. Our dad was really the financial head in our family. And it took us a long time to get through that period, and it was very uncomfortable. There was a lot of uncertainty. And I think as I progressed through college and studied business and finance, I remember and reflected back on those days. And I think that's what helped mold me today to be the kind of advisor that listens and cares about people and wants to help them get from where they're at to where they'd like to go. So as a result, we spend a lot of time educating people to help them feel more comfortable to make good decisions. Back in 1992, I entered into this industry, and there was a lot of new things happening in my life. I was just getting married. We had no children. So my wife and I had to make a decision as to who was going to stay home and run the family, and who was going to go out and perhaps build this business. And I got to tell you, she's been an amazing support to me. And as we look back at this stage of our lives with young adult children, there are many nights that were quite late in the evening working with people because that's when they're available. And it's taught us a lot about ourselves, but it's also allowed us to meet some wonderful people that have created lifelong relationships with us that we still have today. Well, I have two daughters and a son. My son's in the middle, and he grew up with the same age protocol as I did. I personally have two sisters, one older and one younger. So when he used to tell me, "You don't understand," I'd chuckle and say, "Oh, I understand very well what it's like to be in the middle." But I got to tell you, we have a great time. We're a very close family. I think being a family man definitely influences how I behave in the business. I think it gives me a higher sense of understanding and certainly a sense of respect for what it is like to be the financial leader in a family. And so when I work with folks, I think I have a pretty well-grounded sense of direction as to the importance and the priorities that we place on our financial matters in our home. Growing up, I played a lot of sports as a young kid, and so I enjoy watching our Chicago teams. But also my children were in sports, so I spent a lot of years on the soccer field, on the baseball diamond, and it's a great sense of enjoyment that we had looking back on those times. But personally, I enjoy a good cinema experience. I like musicals, I like going to theaters and watching various plays. But one of the things I personally like to do is I like to cook. So I picked up a little bit from my Italian mother, who is a tremendous cook. So if you find me on a Friday afternoon, you'll see me making the dough, making the sauce, and very often at the right time of the year, making the sausage for the homemade pizza that I like to make. If you're seeking a relationship with a financial advisor or just looking for a second opinion, I would encourage you to give us a call here at Infinity Wealth Management. We take a great deal of pride in sharing with people the kind of work we do to help you secure your financial future by adding clarity and predictability. We appreciate you taking the time to visit, and we look forward to hearing from you soon.